Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great most honorable well, and shalom to the elect. Listening and learning in these end times, man. Okay, and we are, truly we are at the end of this man's kingdom. Okay, of Esau's kingdom, this wicked empire. And the Lord is looking to bring judgment, okay, and ramp up the judgment on this kingdom, man, and all the people that are in it that are not of the elect are going to have to suffer through gruesome judgments. And today's lesson, I wanted to touch on one of the part of the judgments. Okay, I wanted to touch on wild animals. Okay. And, I'm going to go into a couple precepts that I have written here. And pretty much, just going to go into, what's this judgment in terms of what's written regarding these wild animals and how they're going to be a partakers of the judgment that's coming, okay, upon the people of the earth. So this is, I'll begin with Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter and the 5th verse. It says, "The just Lord, Yahweh, is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame." And every day the Lord is bringing judgment upon this earth, man. Okay? That's why, you got all manner of judgment that's happening. Okay, gruesome deaths, mass, deaths with earthquakes and, massive buildings dropping and different things like that. People getting killed by wild animals, electric shocks, disease, any different ways that you can imagine. The Lord is bringing that judgment, man. Okay. And as I said, part of that judgment that the Lord's bringing, okay, is these wild beasts. All right, and I'll start with this precept in Jeremiah the 15th chapter. All right, and where should I start from? Verse 2. It says, "And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, Whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, Thus saith the Lord, such as are for the death to the death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity." And pretty much our people, okay, you got set judgments out there for our people, man. Okay, whether it be through the martial law troops, whether it be through starvation, cannibalization, okay, the judgment that's coming upon this world, the scriptures talk about Jacob's trouble, okay, because ultimately all these judgments, the Lord, the heathen are just the heathen. The Lord they're just our slaves, man. They're our future slaves. The Lord uses them to punish us, okay, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay. We're the people of the Lord, and just as a father chastises his son, the Lord is pretty much, judging us because we've gone against his statutes and laws that he's in commandments that he set for us. That's why you got the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. That's why our people have gone through captivity and all these things that we've suffered at the hand of the wicked. We've suffered at the hand of these heathen. The sword that has been brought upon us, the killing, the judgments. This is all what scourges, man. All right. But our people, they're not taking heed. These judgments go out. They go to these funerals. They're crying and they're wondering why these things are happening. It's because you're being wicked. Okay, it's because you are following after idols. Eating wicked abominations, committing wicked acts, and not returning and repenting unto Yahweh Bashmi Shai. And ultimately, the Lord's going to bring that how can I say, he's going to bring the judgment through what the chariots of the Lord, the so-called UFO, the lasers, when Yahushua returns, and also the missiles, man, and all the things that are going to happen during that Jacob's trouble, leading up to that. And this is part of it. Now, let me read verse 3. And it says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay and the dogs to tear. A lot of people, you got these dogs going around. People got dogs in their, as pets in their homes. You got wild dogs, okay? You got, you got wild street dogs. And pretty much these dogs, the Lord's going to put a spirit on these dogs to start tearing people up, man. Okay? Start, biting legs off and stuff like that, man. All right? That's what the Lord's going to do as part of that judgment. It says, and the fowls of the heaven. Talking about what? The birds. Okay? If you ever watched, there's a movie. Now, the name of the movie escapes me. Okay, in fact, let me just quickly type into Google. I know that it was Alfred Hitchcock that directed it. Alfred, bear with me. Let me type that in quickly on Google. Alfred Hitchcock. The Birds. Yeah. Which was like a thriller. Okay, you had these crows that were just basically killing people, man. Gouging out eyeballs and things like that. And when you look at a group of crows, they're called a murder. Okay, so the Lord's going to use the fowls of the heaven too, vultures. Okay, these birds are going to start attacking the people, man, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. So there's going to be all different types of beasts that are going to be destroying these people, man. Okay, running them through the streets, and those things are already, these wild animals are already starting to ramp up. You got wild hogs, wild boars over there in parading around Europe. You got during the lockdowns, you had animals coming out. Okay, seeing animals in places that you wouldn't normally see them. Okay, escapes from zoos, lions, bears. Over here in the UK, you got wild cats out roaming that have been seen, lynxes and pumas and things of that nature. You've seen them out there people have seen them out there in the countryside, man. All right. So the Lord is getting ready to use these beasts as well to bring judgment. Okay. Upon the people of the earth, man. Then we go to Sirach, the 39th chapter. Okay. And this is all part of the Lord's judgment. This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So the Lord has, vengeful spirits, angels that are set up for this time of judgment to what? To really bring forth destruction and to appease the wrath of the Lord, man. Okay. It says fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts. There goes those teeth of wild beasts again, man. All right. You're gonna start seeing. Hey, there's that video of that guy, and he was doing a selfie, and then all of a sudden you see like a wild cat. I forgot if it was like a leopard or a tiger or whatever it was. You see a wild cat just appear. Next minute the guy's dead and he's been ate, man. Okay. So the Lord ain't playing, man. The Lord is bringing gruesome judgments, man. Okay, it says teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. And we are going into a time like never before. You're going to have Leviathan messing up the ships. Okay. You're going to have it's going to get hectic out here, man. That's why the Spirit of the Lord has to be with you to protect and guide you in that time. Us of the household of faith, the Lord can have it where in that time you got animals protecting you, okay, and you just connecting in the spirit. The scriptures talk about how does it go, man? Bear with me, I'm gonna find it. Here we go. This is Job chapter 5 verse 23. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Because ultimately in the kingdom, these animals, they're going to go back to having that fear upon them over us, man. We're going to be able to be, in league with them. All right. You might just be chilling, resting your head. You might be on your throne or something. You might just get up and just, lean back on a lion, man. Okay. Like you might be rolling around with a pack of wolves. Okay. So the Lord, ultimately, man, we're going to have that. But even in that time of destruction, the Lord can have it where these wild animals are helping us, but they're destroying the wicked. Okay. While you got ravens and birds gouging out people's eyes and pecking them, you're going to also have birds and different animals that are going to be helping the elect, feeding them. An example of that is when you had the birds that were feeding Elijah. Let me quickly get that to show you that example, man. This is 1 Kings chapter 17, and bear with me. Is it 17? Yeah. 1 Kings chapter 17 verse... I'll start from the top. And Elijah the Tishbite, who is of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord power of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. And the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So he went and did according unto the word of the Lord. So the ravens were commanded to feed him. For he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. So, Elijah being the man of the Lord, he was looked after, man, in that time. So these things were written before time for our learning. So in the same way, so that's the balance. In the same way that there's destruction coming from these animals, the animals are also going to, the Lord can have it where you're being looked after, man. Okay? You might be sleeping somewhere in the woods, and you might have a bear protecting you. The Spirit of the Lord, man. So, this is all part of the judgments that are coming upon the earth, man. All right? And, these wild people like to go to the zoos. They like to, you see loads of videos of people mocking these animals, going up to gorillas in cages and lions. These animals, man, they're going to have their go. They're going to have their go, man. When all hell's breaking loose, okay, a lot of these zoos, you're just going to have animals breaking free and just taking people out. Animals coming out of safari enclosures, okay, and taking people out, man. So, Lord willing, man, this has been an edifying lesson, okay? And with that, man, I'm going to say, all praise to Yahweh Bashmi Ashai Basham Rakakadash, and Shalom to the elect. Shalom.